We're gonna have to start again. Welcome back to Dumb and Broke. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Chelsea. And this is episode 3.
Wow. We're already here.
We are. And if you've been listening, you are pretty up to date on what's been happening in our lives up to Saturday. But actually, a lot has kind of happened in the last few days. We're recording on a Tuesday, by the way.
Yeah, this is kind of weird that I feel like we were just here 3 days ago.
We were just here. Yeah. But today is Tuesday energy. We're bringing cozy vibes. So what's new for you?
I'm just getting back into the work week, so that's where my mind's at. But I just randomly started Factor. This video is brought to you by. Just kidding. I wish.
Please.
Factor, which is a meal. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
It's they prepare the meals, and I've tried a few of these before, and I usually get really sick of them pretty quickly. But I've only had 2 of the meals so far, and they're pretty good. But I'm just I don't like to cook, so I need something quick and easy. Like me.
We're on that health kick, prepping for Vegas.
Exactly. I just want to I want to eat healthy because I don't like to cook, and I definitely, when I do cook, I don't really cook vegetables. So this is kind of an easy way for me to get all of the nutrients that I need. And I've been working out a lot more consistently this past year, I would say, in the last year. And I'm not really doing myself any favors by eating McDonald's and Taco Bell twice a week. So this is me taking care of myself.
Your trainer is beaming with pride.
I know your eyes are but yeah, so far so good. Let's see if I can keep it up, because that's always been my problem, is dieting, which I don't know if this is let me know if this is true, but they say that 80% of losing weight is diet.
Oh, 100%.
20%.
You cannot work a bad diet.
Yeah.
For sure. People all the time will ask me how to get abs, or we'll do a million core exercises, and I'm like, you're kind of just wasting your time at this point. Your abs are pretty much going to be what you eat.
Yeah. So hopefully this, cures.
That's a free tip for you all.
What about you? What's new with you?
Kind of on that health grind, I officially announced as of today that I'm running the marathon in November, the New York Marathon, which is huge.
That is so exciting. That's so cool too. One, the fact that you're doing running for fun, but you're also doing it for a good cause. But I just think that's so cool. Have you ever been to the New York City Marathon?
I haven't. So every year that I've lived here during that time, I've either worked or I was out of town. Mm-hmm. So I've never experienced it. But obviously why I'm doing it is for the event, not necessarily the running. The challenge is cool, but I just want to be a part of it.
I think, but I would say a lot of people probably do it because they enjoy running, which is something I'll never understand. That's my least favorite exercise.
I heard one time somebody say that they were do you think people would really run marathons if, 1, it wasn't an event, or 2, they couldn't talk about it? And I was absolutely not.
Good point.
And then I ran a poll on Instagram of just my friends, and so many people were yeah, I'd still do it. And I was no freaking way. There's no freaking way. I don't believe you.
Would you do it if social media didn't exist?
I wouldn't do it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm telling you, I wouldn't run right now if this wasn't going to be a big event that a lot of people were at. No way.
Although you are doing it, you're running for a charity.
It is. It's for, it's called Life Force in Later Years, or they call themselves Lily. It helps the elderly community in New York. So it's right in my backyard.
Oh, you're helping your own community. So sweet. Is that how is that like the only way to participate in the marathon? Like, do you have to be a part? Because I like,
No, so you can do, obviously you can qualify, which
oh,
that was not happening.
is that like professional runners?
Yeah, you have to like, it's based on like times and
Okay.
stuff and running like big races. And then you can do, it's called the 9+1+1. It's through the New York Runners Group. You run 9 New York sponsored races and then volunteer at one, and then you get an entry into the New York Marathon. So you have to do that the year before to get in for the next year, to just be able to pay and sign up. And then there are a lot of different charities that you can sign up through, and then you have like a certain amount to raise by the time you run. But I thought the charity part was going to be like super easy. I'm like, yeah, I'll just sign up through a charity, but it's kind of cutthroat to get in with one of them because they only have a select number of spots, and like the day that they release, they're pretty much gone. I can't. I'm on like 10 waiting lists probably.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
But so like you're not donating. You're raising money for.
I'm raising money. The link is in my bio.
Yeah. Like plug that. Like
Yeah,
people.
absolutely. Yeah, and I'm doing a lot of different things, or I have a lot of different ideas. So even if you have ideas of fundraising that you've done before, I'm definitely open to that too.
That's cool. Yeah. I wonder if do you know anyone like do you know other people that are running for the same cause? Like and do you all like run together or at least start together? The only reason why I asked is because I know celebrities
Oh,
participate and I was like are any celebrities participating in the marathon?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, I'll say I've been to the marathon because they run through our neighborhood. And it's so much fun. Like we'll like get signs and pop into bars, like have a drink, and it's just like a whole like fun Sunday, like Sunday fun day activity.
Will you bring me out a beer?
Absolutely.
I'll just like
Wait,
carb load in the middle.
yeah, that's a thing. Oh yeah, they do that all the time. One of our friends had like these fun signs with like it was like a big hand, so like people would like come and like hit it, and like another sign pointing to it saying like level up here. So it's like you hit it to like get some more energy. So we'll definitely do that.
Okay, cool.
That's in November, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got some time.
Yeah,
we've got some time to prep.
That's really exciting. I can't wait.
So, on the topic of something maybe not so healthy, let's talk about our weekend.
Oh my god, the weekend was kind of nuts.
It was kind of nuts.
Like it started so mellow, like we mentioned last week that we just like had a couple drinks and then we went home early. I watched Drag Race. I don't know what you did.
I probably went to sleep.
Yeah. And then Saturday we recorded and we went to that Y2K party that we mentioned.
And that was the beginning of an evening.
It was a whole day.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, it was a whole day. We started midday.
Yeah. I don't know what I was expecting, but that was wild.
Yeah, it was a birthday party for one of my brother's friends, and it was just like it was on a rooftop in New York. There was like a whole drag performer, just like all these people. It kind of seemed like
it didn't seem real. Like it was really fun, but like I had a hard time connecting with anyone there because I felt like a lot of the people that were there, most of the people were there, like
it was a scene.
Yeah. It was just like a different scene than what we're used to. Like it wasn't like the people that like just like chill at a dive bar or like, that kind of vibe.
It was kind of like a place where everybody's trying to be somebody.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. And Bryan and I just like weren't trying to be anything. We were just like, wow, we're just going to observe the wild. And it was entertaining.
Like seeing girls throw themselves at guys the way that they was kind of like mind-boggling.
It was mind-boggling and a little sad.
Yeah.
And I hate saying that, but yeah, it was. I guess I just don't see that often.
Yeah. It was like it just didn't seem real.
What I loved for me was because you've you've met my brother a couple times. My brother's part of the reason why I moved to New York. So I came and I will like hang out with him on the side and I hang out with you guys. So it was really nice to see my worlds kind of collide because I've gone to stuff with like that with him, but I'm always kind of just there as his sister, and I witnessed it a little bit, but I don't really have anybody to like sit and talk about it with. And I feel like you and I got to sit there and just like chat about everything that was going on around him without him being like, this is just the way it is. And I'm just like, wait, but like it isn't for everyone.
Yeah, I think going into it, I thought I would have been like insecure, but I didn't. It actually, in a way, made me feel kind of secure about myself, and not in the way that like, oh, I'm better than you guys. I just felt like, in my mind, putting myself in a situation where like it was definitely a lot of people there that were, trying to like be famous, or some of them I think there were a lot of people there that I recognized on like TikTok and stuff. A few of them, but I feel like I thought I would be insecure being in that environment, but I wasn't. Like I think it was like a good realization of like, I know who I am, I know what I have to offer, and like that's enough for me. Like I don't need to like compare myself to other people, and it was kind of like a nice little moment.
It's prepping ourselves for fame.
Yeah, we had like all these like little moments where like just talking about like we were just like manifesting. Like,
one day, all these people are going to be so obsessed with us. We're just going to have to be like fighting people off with a stick.
Anyways, and then Sunday, like I did absolutely nothing. What about you?
Well, I did teach in the morning.
Oh yeah.
And then it surprisingly felt okay. And then I vegged out. Got Polly G's pizza. Plug. If you don't know, you should know.
Oh my God, Polly G's. That's like, I still say that's like the best pizza in New York City.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah. The Hellboy. Do you get the Hellboy every time?
Yeah, every time.
So the Hellboy is a simple pepperoni slice with some Mike's Red Hot Honey. Right, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. So freaking good.
So freaking good. It's the best.
Oh, another thing that like I noticed at the party was, and I think because like the theme was Y2K, which I guess translates to like limited clothing, that everyone was so skinny, and I felt really fat there, but it kind of reminded me of like every time I look at old photos, like I remember feeling in those moments like I was fat, but like I really wasn't, and like I just wish I was like nicer to myself.
I agree. Yeah, definitely that is a vibe, and that is something that I think I have usually felt insecure about, just being around those types of people. But I think I've come to like an acceptance that I mean, even if I was at my very leanest, like I'm always going to be strong. Like there's no me that looks like a small model. And that's okay. Like I'm perfectly fine with how I look,
Yeah,
but
you have a great body.
Thank you. Somebody said I had a great ass on the
Someone said I had great legs.
the anonymous responses. So perfect. We're killing it.
Yeah.
Or maybe they said you had a great ass. It was anonymous. Who knows? But I'm going to take it. I'm going to take that compliment.
I think it's you, because the videos you post of you like squatting, your ass is always out on the
Are you
ground.
telling me I'm doing thirst traps? And that's on being comfortable in your skin.
Yeah. Wow, we turned that around real quick. I love that.
Another thing that we talked about. Do you have more on that?
No, I was actually going to change the subject, but keep going.
Okay, well, I'm going to change the subject.
Oh, perfect.
Another thing that on that, speaking of like when we were younger, I don't know if you guys know this, but like Bryan was class president.
Oh, I didn't know you were going there.
Oh, I'm going there. But so one thing that we have discussed between us before is just how you don't understand the weight of what class president actually means when you're 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
Like did you know that they were picking you to then 10 years down the road or maybe 12 if COVID happens, to plan your high school reunion. Like, that is your responsibility. Do you think you understood the weight of that when you were a teenager?
I don't think that was ever mentioned to me either, and it's definitely like not the reason why I ran for president. Let me tell you, I ran for class president because A, I was bored, and B, I was trying to get into college, okay? And C, because I wanted to beat this bitch.
Because it's popularity and it's validation.
Someone from high school is probably gonna watch this and be like, it was like drama. Like it's so funny now that I think about it. Like, and also kind of petty, but I got bullied actually from it, you know?
Well, now you're getting bullied because you're not planning the high school reunion. You're just getting tagged nonstop.
Really quick about my running for class president. I peaked in high school, guys. But like this girl, like she didn't think that I was gonna win, and I kind of knew I was gonna win. Like, not to like I'm just being honest. Like, I was a friendly person in high school, and the girl who had been president, she wasn't. Like, I had more friends, and like, let's be honest, it's a popularity contest, you know. So, but during that time, do you remember there was like a kind of like the anonymous things that you put up on your story to get like the controversial opinions, or
Yeah.
you know, you do stories. There was I think it's called Form Spring. Do you remember that?
No.
I think it was called Form Spring, and it was like, I think you put it up on like your Facebook, or yeah, it was definitely
Your AIM profile.
yeah, it wasn't like that long ago. It was definitely like Facebook era, and you would have people like submit anonymous questions, or you could just like say whatever you
I
wanted.
didn't have Facebook in high school.
Really?
When I was in high school, you had to be in college. Like, you had to have a college email in order to get Facebook.
Really?
That's how Facebook started.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How old are you again?
I feel like a boomer.
What the hell? Wow. But so I put one up, and like this during this time I was like running for class president, and I had it was definitely like this girl and her friends, like they were saying some like homophobic shit. Like they were the funniest thing, I think this is so funny. One person said, "I don't want you to be class president because I think you're gonna put dildos on all the toilet seats." And I was like, that's a really good idea. So now I have a dildo on
It's
my
part of my campaign.
but anyways, so but now like
You should follow up now. All the people that are tagging you in the planning process, just follow up and tag her. Just tag her in all of them. You're like, oh, actually, I think she won.
yeah. But so yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. So we have a Facebook group, class of 2011, and people, you know, comment on it here and there, but like the last few years people have been like, when are we doing a reunion, when are we doing a reunion? And like I keep getting tagged, and like I just don't get it anymore. Like, we're all on Facebook, you know. I get class reunions were like a thing because you literally didn't see each other for 10 years, you didn't know what each other were up to. But now I see that you all have kids, I see that you've gotten your promotions, I see some
You
of you
see your whole ass lives.
yeah, like I don't know. And like the
You
people
don't need to see it in person.
exactly. And like the people, I'm still connected to a lot of people. Like I'm still friends with a lot of people from high school. Like I don't know. I just don't see the point anymore. Maybe that's like, am I just being lazy?
I didn't go to mine. And I lived in the place that they did it, which is...
See, that's another thing. I went to high school in Florida. So it's like, I'm going to plan this whole thing, and then I have to like travel for it. Like, I don't even go to that area. Like, I don't have family in that area that I went to high school, like in South Florida. When I go to Florida...
You'd literally be traveling for the reunion.
Yeah, to see a bunch of strangers. But yeah, enough about my problems. Did you like high school though?
I did. I really did. Yeah, I did.
I did too. Even though I was like in the closet, I still had an enjoyable experience.
Oh, you were in the closet, and they were... I knew this, but I guess I just wasn't putting two and two together.
Yeah.
That you were getting like things about being gay.
Mm-hmm. I got that my whole life though. Like, I've been called a faggot my whole life. I'll never forget, like this was like probably elementary school, and these two little fucking kids, ooh, if I saw them today. I just remember one of them coming up to me and was like, "Silly faggot, dicks are for chicks." And like, it's kind of funny now, but
should be on a t-shirt.
But my sister beat his ass, so
Good, as she should.
my sister like used to like fight people. She was like she was a ratchet girl.
That's so silly that you've been called gay your whole life, and now sometimes you go to gay places and they're like, "Oh, is this your boyfriend?"
Seriously, like I literally been at a gay bar with our friend Tegan, and a gay man has asked if we're married. I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Absolutely not.
Like last week when we were talking about Harry Styles, like if someone said like, prove it that you're gay, and I was like, suck a dick. I'll do it. No, I won't. I wouldn't do that.
Maybe.
No, I wouldn't. Speaking of sucking dick, no. No, actually, that was a good segue because as you know, the dating apps. This specific app that I'm about to bring up, Grindr, I wouldn't necessarily call it a dating app, although I found that I've had like I've had the most luck with Grindr. Like I've literally had like a really long-term relationship with someone that I've met from Grindr. I went on a couple dates from Grindr. I've never used Grindr for the purposes that like most gay men use it, which is like a quick hookup.
Yeah.
I've never done that. I'm scared. I just feel like I'm gonna get murdered. Like that would be my story. And like I go through like waves where I like download it and then I'll just delete it. But like I have it on my phone right now, and I think I may have sent you the screenshot. But there was like this one guy on there that looked like, he had all his clothes on in his photos, and like it said like he was looking for like friends, dating, chat, or whatever. Like there's different options that you can put, and like
Gotcha.
and one of the options is right now, which means like you're looking for something right now. He didn't have that, so I was like, okay, maybe he's like me. So I messaged him. I'm like, hey, what's up? And his response was, I'm looking to unload my 3-day load in a hole. How about you?
The fuck?
I was mortified. Like, what is that? Like, this is how people speak to each other? Like, is that sexy? If you're gay, please comment below. Is that sexy? Like, I guess for anyone, you don't even have to be gay, but like,
If a guy told me that, I would be appalled.
ew. I just like,
Am I a prude? I feel like.
well,
maybe.
I am. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
Mm.
You think it's time for controversial opinions?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's
recap last. Jinx.
yeah. Should we say it together at the same time?
Let's recap.
I hate that. Okay, yeah, let's recap
Okay.
one from last week. Because we only put one up from last week up on Instagram. For polling. Is that correct?
Yeah.
For polling?
For polling.
Yeah. Okay.
To poll the people.
So last week we talked about Harry Styles. I feel like did we talk about Harry Styles today too? I feel like he was mentioned. Or maybe I just made that up. But so last week we asked, someone asked, do you think Harry Styles is attractive? Or the controversial opinion was Harry Styles isn't that attractive.
Right.
And I think I was more on the lines of he's undeniably attractive, and
I think if I saw him in a bar and he wasn't Harry Styles, then yeah, not as much. But Harry Styles, like with the swagger that Harry Styles brings, yeah, I think Harry Styles is attractive.
Well, 46% of people agree that Harry Styles isn't that attractive, whereas 54% of people disagree, meaning they do find him very attractive. I think I have a lot of Harry Styles fans on here, so that's probably a big factor in that. But what I thought was interesting, I also put up, not that this was asked like from anyone, but we talked about whether or not we talked about gay baiting, and you and I both, we don't think Harry Styles is part of that, but I was just curious what other people think, and 59% people think he does gay bait, 41% do not.
Interesting. Interesting.
Right? Like, I want to know more. Like, I would
like more feedback on that
Right?
for sure.
I guess I can understand, but like maybe I just don't know. Like, I don't think I've ever seen him. Has he like?
I don't feel like he speaks to the gay community necessarily. I think he just has a presence that is fluid.
Like, I'm trying to think. Like, I'm thinking of people like Bad Bunny. He's like kissed men on stage, but he's never like said he's gay. He's always been with like women. Has Harry Styles done that? I know he's kissed that like late night show guy, British blonde.
The
He does carpool karaoke.
yeah, you guys know who we're talking
And
about.
he got canceled for being rude to like servers and stuff. I can't think of his name, but I think they've kissed before, like as a joke. But yeah, I don't know. Like, let us know, because like I don't see it.
Yeah.
I just think I think he plays with gender in the sense of his appearance, but not. I don't think he does anything like with sexuality.
Right. I agree. Well, we got a lot of input this week. We put up another anonymous post. And you guys absolutely delivered. While not all of them were necessarily controversial opinions, we got some questions in there. But we got a good mix of both. So we appreciate you all so much for that.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Yeah. What's first on the docket?
First one, most fun you guys have had on a date.
Ooh, I love this. I know it like off the top of my head.
I don't, so you go.
Okay.
I'll try to listen and think at the same time.
So this was actually with my ex. So shout out to him.
Do we like him?
I actually don't have bad blood with any of my exes. Now, would they say the same? I don't know. But I don't personally have any bad blood with any of my exes. I have more bad blood with like situationships than I do with any exes whatsoever.
Yeah.
Which another topic for another day. But my best date was he had like planned this whole day of things, which is really sweet. There were a lot of like fun stuff in the town that we lived in, and we had kind of already known each other at this point. We worked together, but we hadn't dated, and it got to about the middle of it. We went and had lunch, and we were just kind of tired, and he was like,
Wait, this was a first date?
it was a first date.
Okay.
This was our first date, and he was like, you want to go like watch a movie and take a nap at my house? And I was like, which most of the time you would think that is something sexual, but no, we straight up went to his house and took a nap. And for me, if you know me, you know I love to sleep. And that was such a win. That was such a win.
So first of all, you guys like literally Netflix and chilled, like literally.
We literally Netflix and chilled.
2, you were brave enough to sleep, like literally sleep on the first date. Like knowing, that's what I was going to say. Knowing what I know, and the fact that developed into a relationship, like he must have really liked you.
I was too
'Cause this
comfortable.
bitch snores.
I was too comfortable. Yeah.
I loved the party we went to the other night on the Uber way back. We both were like sleeping. Normally, like I catch you sleeping and I like take photos, like do a whole photo shoot of you. But like I just remember like looking over and you were like obviously you were sleeping, but like so was I. It was a beautiful moment.
It was a beautiful moment.
So that's how that was it.
That was it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is nice.
And then we dated for a very long time.
See, she doesn't ask for much, guys. So just
Let me nap
yeah.
and do nice things for me. Put in a little bit of effort.
Best date I've ever been on. I think I don't know. I don't think I've really had a great date. No offense to you guys.
Step the fuck up.
My best day has yet to come, I'm just waiting. But I don't know. The only thing that comes to mind, the thing is like I was in like such a long-term relationship and I don't feel like we did anything.
I mean, you could have had 3 days of load in that hole.
Ew. I hate that you just said that. That would have been my. You're right. I didn't say I didn't take him up on his offer. Just kidding. I guess like in recent years, like getting back into like the dating scene has just been fun in general. And like there was this one guy that I kind of got involved with for a quick short time, and like I don't remember if it was like our first or second date, but I remember we went, and this is also like in 2020. I think bars had just like started to open a little bit, like to like a certain capacity. And I remember going to this bar and they had like an arcade, and we were playing like, we both had won, you know, the claw that like you get a prize. We both won, which like I feel like usually no one wins.
It's
like,
a sign.
right? And I think like there was like a little moment. I ended up getting like really drunk that night and went back to his place and like vomited. And then just went to sleep.
Best date ever.
That's what I'm working with. So
boy, on that note, what's next?
yeah, I bet whoever submitted that was like hoping for something better, but that's all we got for
Sorry.
you. Next one. Silent orgasms or loud orgasms?
I'm gonna let you answer first on this one.
Okay. Okay, I don't understand the question. Are you asking, do I silently orgasm or loudly orgasm, or do I, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna.
Or do you prefer?
Yeah. I guess there's a time and place, you know what I mean? Like, if you have roommates, like, please be quiet. Do not, you know? But, you know, if you have some privacy, like, let it out, girl. You know what I mean?
I kind of, and maybe I think this is kind of like a little bit of an insecurity, but like I am not loud.
Really?
And I feel like if I try to be loud, it like takes me out of the moment.
Yeah.
Because for women, it's just very mental. But yeah,
Yeah, I know. Like in porn, like when they're screaming, I'm like,
chill the fuck
it's not
out.
that good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but like it can't be that good.
Yeah. But I think about it when you think about like, I'm just not like, I was about to say I'm not a loud person in general, and that would be a lie. But I think like,
You're literally screaming at me right now.
I think if you think about like if somebody comes up and scares me or something, I love that I'm comparing getting scared to
an orgasm.
getting laid. But
It's kind of the same thing.
but like I don't make a voice. Like I'm not a yeller. When I'm surprised, which sometimes like an orgasm is like a surprise.
That's sad. Wow, I got an orgasm.
Wow, the bar is low.
Wow. People are gonna feel really bad for us.
Yeah. I wouldn't say a surprise. Okay, that was a poor wording. But anyway, and all that to say, I'm more silent.
Oh, okay. So what about like your partner, or the person on the other side? Personally, I want to hear some verbal confirmation that you're having a good time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't want you to scream, but like I want some noise.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you're right.
Right? I mean, like silence, that's awkward.
I mean, I'm not like dead silent,
Yeah.
but now I'm like self-conscious about my own. If we have had sex, if you would just please report back. I'll be sending out a survey.
Your DM's about to blow the hell up. Just kidding.
Oh. If you could rate me between a 1 and a 10, 10 being great, 1 being not so great, and if you give me a 1, I will block you absolutely immediately.
And if we've had sex, do not contact me. Thank you.
Okay, I think we've got one more solid controversial opinion in us, and I actually really love this one.
You want to read it?
Yeah. Okay, it's kind of lengthy, but we should get rid of bridal parties at weddings. And there's an explanation. It's almost $2,000 to be a bridesmaid nowadays. After the dress, events, and day of cost, it has gotten out of hand. It feels more stressful than special to be in someone's wedding, and I feel many people would secretly agree.
Well, damn, that person, they're passionate.
They are passionate.
They're probably like currently in a bridal party, and they probably just dropped a bunch of money.
And they're like, absolutely, fuck this.
Yeah.
I said the F word like 3 times. I need to chill out.
I love that. That's like my favorite curse word, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah. It's just like, ugh.
Great. Well, I'm adding a little grit to this episode.
I'm going to let you take it away first.
Okay. I have more of an opinion on this than I feel like I'm warranted. Because let me just preface by saying I've been in a few weddings, but none of them were like huge. They were all kind of just like, okay, we're doing this wedding. It was very chill. Let's be real. Me as a person, I am not the type of person people are expecting much out of when it comes to bridesmaid duties. I have literally been invited to wedding party events. Like I've gone to bachelorettes that I'm not a bridesmaid. I have been like a part of everything the bridal party includes, except I don't have to wear the dress and I don't have the responsibilities because I'm just there for the vibes. Plus, all of my like close friends and a lot of my siblings didn't really do weddings with bridal parties. They just did kind of like small, more intimate stuff. So I haven't really, the people that are closest that I think I would have had more responsibility didn't really do that. However, I think that's fair. Like it is.
What's fair? The opinion.
You should get rid of bridal parties. Like, what's the point? I feel stressful thinking about someday getting married and having to choose a bridal party. I will absolutely choose people that want to go on my bachelorette. But I feel like that gets so like political in your friend group of like who's the maid of honor and who is this, and this. And so yeah, it just seems like a lot. It's like a MySpace top 8 for no reason.
God. It really is. So I've been a part of 2 bridal parties. I've been bridesmaids for 2 people. And I would definitely say like it did take a lot out of me financially. But these people like mean the world to me. So like it never felt like truly never felt like, oh my God, this is such a burden. Now, I can definitely understand that it can be. And I think it's because when there's too many activities, so like there's the engagement party, there's the bridal shower, there's the bachelorette, there's the wedding. I feel like there's something else in between there too. It's like there's just like a lot, and each of those things costs a lot of money. And if you don't live in the same town and you have to fly, then like the dress or the suit, like it does add up. And it does kind of seem like a little bit of a circus. And it's like, why are we doing this?
And I would say even especially like maid of honor has to do so much that would not feel as special to me. Like you better be my best ass friend.
Yeah.
And I got to know exactly what you want, and you are not going to be the person that I think that's another thing too, is I'm just not friends with any people that would be like a bridezilla.
Yeah.
So that's
just wait for me.
I'll be running around. I have a train on your tux. They'll just have to fix it for photos. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's definitely gotten lost in like there are a lot of things, a lot of like bridesmaid or like maid of honor duties that I would do for my best friends without being expected to do them because I have a certain role. Like it's a job. Yeah. You're given a job. So yeah, I think I agree with this controversial opinion.
Yeah, I almost think like even like weddings are like, it's a lot.
I'm the same.
Like,
again, probably not qualified to speak on this because if I'm getting married, I think I'm going to elope.
Or I was going to ask, do you see yourself doing like a whole wedding?
I think I could do like justice of peace, honestly. And I think I would
have something to say.
Bring it on in. Oh, wow. Controversial.
Wow.
Per usual.
He's like, y'all are not getting married. I don't know what you guys are even talking about this. Anyways, where were you?
I don't see myself having a large wedding with a bridal party. I see myself getting the piece of paper and throwing a party.
Mm-hmm. I'm all for a party.
Yeah, all for a party. Yeah, might even have an engagement party to get the stuff, you know?
Like you're getting engaged to right now.
This is such a rare experience.
I can't.
And I'm
believe it.
almost like too afraid to move.
Yeah, you can't move. He will fuck you all the way up.
I'm just going to stay here and just let Noah cuddle me.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. I'll see you later. Oh, he said.
He's
never mind.
like, okay, that's enough. Wow, what a moment. And it was caught on camera.
I love that. for
Okay.
you.
But yeah, I agree with this person.
Yeah, I get
on
it too.
The bridesmaids.
Especially like the divorce rate is really high, so it's like, are you gonna?
If you get divorced, I want my money back.
Right, like there should be like we're signing if we're doing all this, let's sign a contract, and yeah, if you don't last more than 7 years, I get a full refund.
Full
refund.
I think that's great.
Right, that's
Did
fair.
we just solve everyone's problems?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And on that,
This is it.
that's the pod.
Welcome, not welcome. Say goodnight to season. No.
Are you okay?
Anyway, bye.
We'll see you on the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow. Yeah, Venmo me if you want.